everybody, and welcome to the grand finale of Scum Villainy Echo, Season 1. We'll probably give a new name for the Season 2, or, again, like Firefly, you're like, well, it's the type of ship, and now we're naming it after the actual ship. Anyway, my name is Tom. I use he, him pronouns, and I am your... Again, I still haven't thought of a good title for myself. Space. Just... I'm Spice.
You're Spice.
I'm
Last
Spice.
time you did say you were Space Lord.
I am Space Lord. I've now been demoted. Hello, I'm Space Lord. I make all of this happen. Not Star Lord. That's a different guy. Anyway, he, him pronouns. Entire universe. We are playing Scum Villainy. If you have joined us now, you've joined us at the end of a season. So good for you. Good luck binging. And I will introduce my players, and then we will thank some people, and then we'll go to space. Spice. So last time I started with Nat, and now I throw it over to Rebecca. Hello, who you? What
Hello. I play Space.
You play space.
I am Rebecca. I use she, her pronouns. I am playing Angel, who also uses she, her pronouns. She is the most angelic scoundrel you ever did meet. Spent the last little bit of time in very creepy poking around a deserted, flickering spaceship, alien hunting, and with a really, really well-acted, sinister, multiple personalities living in Rig's head, and genuinely was quite creepy. But it's okay, because we're now fleeing from the sentient AI that probably wants our shit back towards some murder, so everything is really fine.
I never said murder. I don't think you said murder. I think you're just going to go and drop in on your ex-boyfriend to celebrate his dad's birthday. That's a great reason to hang out.
No, there's just loads of crows at the outpost at the warthog. That's all.
Space crows.
Space crows.
Space crows.
Call. Pew pew. Toot toot.
Toot toot.
Toot toot.
Womp womp.
Speaking of caw, toot toot, womp womp. Nat, hello, how are you?
Womp womp.
Womp womp.
Hi, I'm Nat. I use she, her pronouns, and I am playing Ida, Bullfrog, Valerie. Frogs! Release the frogs!
Oh my goodness gracious. I can't release the frogs.
But your frog's different to my frogs.
No, I believe they're identical.
Play your frogs again. No, they are different.
They are different.
Slightly different. How interesting. Pause the game. Work this out.
So, folks, for me currently, Nat is on the bottom, Rebecca's on the top. So the frogs floated up and then became more cartoony and big-eyed. It's just like, it's an evolution.
Incredible. I play Bullfrog. She, her pronouns. Also accompanied at all times by the best gal, Lil Sal. The little robot, Lil Urbot. The pilot. That's what I do. Do piloting. And sometimes awful medicine. I look at stuff, put a bandage on it and go, ooh, that kind of stung.
You did try and patch him like an engine.
Yes. Yeah. Like, the injury is going to leave a scar. The patch-up is going to leave a scar.
Look, there's something, people love scars, He's got... Actually,
cool.
To be fair, Rig is absolutely covered in burn marks on his back, but that's...
He is, but I don't think we know that yet, do we?
I don't know.
He played strip poker, didn't he?
Yeah,
So yes,
yeah.
we did.
I think he played poker and then he started taking his clothes off.
Yeah. We did not, Bullfrog did not suggest it.
The rest of you played poker.
Yeah.
Which is a choice with these two on the crew, but Rig is power unto himself, and now is an extra power inside of himself. Anyway, we haven't got time to talk about that. We got to thank our sponsors and supporters. We start off by saying a massive thank you to Phoenix Dice. If you go to phoenixdice.com and you want your own clickety-clack math docs, including these beautiful roll-together dice, there you go, it's an upside down before. And, lucky. Anyway, you go to phoenixdice.com, you put Thank you, Natalia. You put in Roll Together RPG, all caps, at checkout. You get 25% off your order. That's a good deal, folks. Big thank you to the D20 Club that I said on Patreon. They've made us a. Why
We're unstoppable now.
Why am Why am I the lawful one? This is not fair. They've made us a wiki. They made us a Discord. Rebecca, can you roll me a D6, please? Thanks to the D20 Club. If you play one of your local currency or one Space Goat, which is currently...
It was obviously a 6.
So, the Space Goats, last time we saw them, had been corrupted and put in large mechanical suits. As we often bring up when we're playing sci-fi shows, does this unit have a soul? Yes. Yes, it does. And it is a goat's soul. The GOAT units were quickly disbanded because they just spent most of their time standing as high as they could, going, ah! And the crazy scientist was like, I can't work with this. Maybe next time I will put rats and rabbits in the suit. Yes,
Point of order, didn't we decide if they were cyber goats? Then they go dibleet.
They are standing up high going, dibleet, dibleet, which is, as it's translated, the goats have now had their unit disbanded, but that's not going to stop them. They could survive in the void of space at the best of time, and now they are on their journey to the center of the universe to discover what the goats are floating into the void. That's okay for those of you watching that screen. That's literally what's happened. So a bunch of goats have just elevated and floated off into space, possibly to return in season 2. And if they don't, they've crash landed on a planet where there is a giant. Oh, look, different goats. They crash landed on a planet. It's full of dinosaurs. Weirdly, it's the beginning of No Die Park. It's time is a flat circle. Anyway, D20 Club, you're great, amazing. I have a tenuous grip on the steering wheel at best of times, and now these two have shoved me aside and said, not only are you not driving, you're not also choosing what's on the playlist. So I'm contentedly, okay, fine. Rebecca's never ever done a sin. Anyway, we probably should get to the actual game. As fun as this is, and as much as Tom just wants to spend the time going, whatever emojis have we got, we probably should actually roll some dice. But
where are we going, Tom?
We're in space and we're going to a warp hole. We're in space! So, in the last episode, the crew, Bullfrog and Angel returned to the... Oh, well, also Lil Sal.
How could you forget?
Oh, I never forget. She's in my heart, which is a problem. I probably should get that looked at. Anyway, returned to the ship, codename Echo, discovered the scene of violence, and also Rig, through a bit of examination, and rather sweetly going, that man's eyes have changed colour. They worked out that Rig had tampered with technology beyond the ken of mortal man, and seems to have someone else floating around in his noodle. This being identified itself as Daedalus, and basically explained, I do wish well for Rig. He just needs to rest. A lot's going on. The crew, having not been born yesterday, were like, cool, he needs to sleep under lock and key. So placed him in the bounty hunter's, don't say boudoir, in the holding cell. No, the boudoir's, that's fine. There's a safe in the boudoir that we might look at in a bit. Anyway, Bullfrog, one of the greatest pilots, certainly on this ship, just said, I don't like having the safety mode on, and clambered under and anti-rigged the ship. So the ship is now running under its own power and doesn't appear to have an AI, which is possibly a detriment, but it's fine. When we were leaving the crew, they were heading astral north. There is a warp pole that will help them travel across the galaxy to head to the Rin system where Warren is based. Angel wants to go to Warren for birthday party reasons. Has a beautiful cake.
I like balloons.
Good. Release the balloons. Go on, do. Thank you, Nat.
You literally requested it.
I wasn't going to, and then you asked us to.
Tee-hee. Yes. So as we are travelling, we're seeing Echo from the outside, and we hear what is basically a recording left on the intergalactic answer machine. Hey, yeah, hi, Bullfrog, it's Cerberus. Yeah, things really shit here, mate. Turns out that someone's murdered one of my crew. That mechanic that I sent. We found his body. The ship's missing, and sort of like people were describing this pink-haired lady who went. She's not one of mine. Thank you for flagging that. I feel you hear it. Don't do it. I feel I probably owe you a bigger favour than normal. We're going to investigate that and try and get things sorted. We do suggest running a full diagnostic on your ship to see if anything's been left behind, but if you've got any other questions, queries, concerns, you can probably find us at the next race. But as they say in the trade, fuck. That is... you have rattled Cerberus, who is trying to be a cool dude, but worrying. I mean, everyone... Yeah.
We'll probably just send... I think I would have done a diagnostic anyway as part of the scans to make sure the ship is working. Did anything come up?
From... It's a bit... It's obviously sort of not like... Ruskin Brown. I haven't seen him in a while. He's obviously rigged this ship and has put in his own stuff. And you're also able to find out, cool, this wasn't his ship originally. He stole this from, and like the previous user, like previous owner, was called Mandalay.
That was his bounty.
That was his bounty. Good memory. It's been a while. He'd taken it, sort of like fix it up. Doesn't look like the intruder on your ship added anything. She probably didn't have the time. But there is sort of like I said, someone's cracked the radio system, which I think you also did a bit more to like try and get like the signal for the echo racing. Short answer, no, it doesn't look like anyone has added anything to the ship currently, but it never hurts to... You run a full like diagnostic sweep, and it's slightly easier because there isn't like an AI being like, please don't, I can feel myself going, so yes, it does look... I mean, Cerberus was kind of teaching his grandmother to suck eggs by being like, hey, be suspicious about this stuff. But Bullfrog, everything seems good.
Okay.
Now you've kind of like also got your like hands on the steering wheel as is. The ship's a bit sort of like, nothing against you, but like the smoothness of an AI as opposed to you being like, okay, gotta keep an eye on that, visual stuff. It's harder because there isn't like a computer being like, warning, asteroid approaching. So you're kind of having to...
but there's something... It's like the difference between driving a manual and an automatic. Yes,
Absolutely.
An automatic is easier and smoother, but when you want to feel more control and when you want to feel the thrill of putting it in a low gear and sticking the pedal down, like, it's better to have control. It's better to be in a manual.
There's no feeling quite like this. And it's been, you were in jail for a while. Not as long, you've been moved around, after the incident. It doesn't compare to Lily Pad, who you've spent so much time tinkering and fixing and getting the cup holder just right. But it's not too bad. So you're having that message has come through.
We'll have just sent back like a very quick thanks for the tips. Sorry to hear about your crew. We'll probably skip out on the next race. I got some business elsewhere, but catch you on the wind.
You sign off. You kind of get the acknowledged pips through the radio. You do, I think you also said, you also have a chance to sleep.
That's
sort of like,
nice.
Sort of like, finally, sort of like, but I think that is very much, if we're thinking of this as a road trip, I think it's more, unless Angel really feels she needs to get behind the sticks of this thing, it is, we're pulling over, we're running. I
think Angel will offer, if you think speed's important or you think you can, stick someone in the pilot chair and just keep pressing go.
Oh, I mean, look, it's on like even without Echo there will be some form of autopilot, like I'm pointed in this direction, go in this direction.
Yeah. I can do that.
Right? So I've calculated the route. If there's asteroids on the way, I know when that's going to be. So it'll just be a case of all right, we got 5 hours that's just dead space in front of us. Tell me if things start beeping.
Yeah, you look awful. Go get some sleep.
Thanks. You look great yourself.
I know. I always do.
It's true. She does.
Assuming that I've just had some downtime whilst Full Frog did the first bit of flying. So I had a shower.
You've had a shower. Yeah, you drained the battery just a bit to make sure you had hot water and to be able to. You've had a proper kip in your room. Yes, Angel, you are currently sat at the controls. It is very much sort of like, as you're looking around, going, yeah, this seems to be fine. You're watching, you're not a spacer yourself, and after a few hours seeing asteroid, vast space, it's getting a bit tiring. But you've had, again, you're not going to fall asleep, but I think you sort of you have that moment of getting up. What would you like to do to kind of occupy yourself as we watch space?
Plot. Scheme.
Absolutely. Yes, we're going to Warren, and I know you love balloons, but it's not just quite that. And I will also, just as for plot convenience, you turn on the radio, which, as I said, has aspects of hollow projections, and you get to see here's some of the sports, here's this various wars, and then they say, and we're delighted to say from Warren that the reopening of the Opera House has happened after the terrorist attack that destroyed large parts of the building, and who should be standing there in his absolutely beautiful suit? Xavier, patron of the arts, who just sort of smiles and says, well, after the assassination attempt upon me, it's been difficult for me to return to this beautiful building, but I'm glad to say that using the money from my father, we've been able to rebuild it and almost bring it back to the true beauty it once had. I hope that all and sundry, and you can't quite see in the hollow, but he's... Yeah, okay, you want all and sundry to come to the Opera House. We'll have a chance to return and be able to listen to the beautiful music of Mozart once again. And they're like, and that was... yeah, so you're just like...
I take a space pen and I'm just poking the eyes of the hollow out as he's talking.
Of course, this angel... Yeah, okay, there was an assassination attempt, but... It wasn't the first time that someone tried to assassinate Xavier. We're going back. We're going back. Happy birthday. You know, it's happy birthday to you. You're getting a chance to. This is sort of like relatively sort of like middling in what you would consider your relationship with Xavier to be. You know, sort of like the early first dates have been put out of the way, and it does seem that this is a relationship. You are being invited to absolutely, you know, you're on his arm. You're getting to go to the opera for the... Yes, it's the Magic Flute Smokes. I'm having the same issue Josh has had where I start saying something. I was like, yes, it's the Magic Flute. It's
great. I love the Magic Flute.
Yeah, it's classic. Angel knows the Magic Flute well.
She really likes the Queen of the Night solo.
That's the aria. That's why you're there. You have been. What are you wearing to the opera?
Oh, if Xavier is as you have described him, and their relationship is as I imagine it to have been, she probably turned up wearing something that like is one of her best things. He was like, absolutely not. And sent her off to, you know, one of the staff to help her get ready appropriately, dear. I'd hate you to embarrass me.
Of course. I mean...
She's probably in something that is much more rich than she is comfortable in, and probably a little more show-offy.
I think that's fair.
She would do.
I think it's safe to say that you arrived in what you were like, this is a nice dress for me, and then it's like no,
it was blue, it was nice, and now she's in something red and plunging.
Absolutely. A diamond necklace has appeared from a place.
Don't lose that, darling, will you?
It was Grandmama's.
Oh, absolutely. We cut to, I put the necklace in the coat and I put the coat on the girl. separate necklace issue. Cassie, I guess. Not Angel. Yeah.
Cassandra, probably.
Cassandra. Cassandra. You are there in your your beautiful red dress. And Xavier has sort of like, while you've been sent away by staff, you were escorted by a young woman. You know, if we're thinking Earth terms, probably looks like she's from the Philippines, sort of like dark cut hair. Sort of like sets it up for you, sort of like gets the necklace and just says, you know, do enjoy the opera, ma'am.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Have you been?
A few. I get to watch from the back when we're not taking. You're not quite sure what this woman. She doesn't seem to work for the opera house, but seems to be around. I don't think you've really picked up on this woman before in some meetings.
The Malkates have so many staff. I think I'm just used to being like, cool, you also work here.
Yes. Yeah.
And I also imagine they fire them so fast that new faces aren't.
It's if we're thinking of like London terms, it's like those clubs that just call everyone Charles, because why would you learn the name of the staff? Yeah. So she said, you know, enjoy the opera. You come back and you're this man. We're not putting terms on it quite yet. He is in deep conversation with a very sort of large, sort of like portly gentleman in a straining waistcoat, but it's very nice. It's a very nice velvet waistcoat, and he says, "Oh, this, my dear, this is my associate." And the man leans over and goes, "Benjamin, pleasure to meet you." Sort of,
the pleasure is all mine.
Slightly slimy hands, sweaty man.
Not even clammy, slimy.
He's not a frog. Don't say he's a frog. He's not a frog. Benjamin, yes. And Xavier sort of says, yes, I just need to... Benjamin will be sitting with us in the box tonight. We've been discussing business. I just have to solve a couple more, put out a few more fires, as you will. So if you, I will join you shortly in the box. Benjamin's like, if you'd like to take my arm, madam, I will escort you up.
Yeah, just walk in the direction without needing an arm.
He just said, feisty. And Xavier's like, quiet. You, in hindsight, Angel, you're like, kind of like a mask on this man, where Benjamin follows you up and sort of, kind of, again, this sort of large man. You get the feeling he is trying, and he's sort of a little bit like, have you been to the opera before?
No, I don't know much about it, but you know, some of the greatest hits on the radio, and yes, it's my birthday, so Xavier thought it'd be a good time to have the excursion.
My goodness, many happy returns for the day.
Thank you.
He kind of sort of like, I myself don't really get much experience of this sort of thing, but always a chance to. I'm sure, like yourself, I'll be able to listen and be like, I recognise that one from the adverts.
That's the plan.
Yeah, excellent. You enter. You're in the box. Nat, can you just roll me a d6?
Sure. I'll have a hand in Rebecca's fate. A 5.
Amazing.
5 space goats flying through the opera.
Don't bleed! You're like, thank goodness. They're like, don't worry about that, it's a time vortex. You settle yourself down in seat. There is one on the left, one on the middle, one on the right. Right is as you are coming in. Which seat do you want to sit in?
Left.
Far left? Yeah. Benjamin's like looks and then goes, oh, yes, I probably should take the... He sits down in the aisle. Not convenient, Benjamin, but also... Again, he's picking up. He's like, I'm very, I'd probably leave space for your, well, quite. The opera begins. Kobolds, stop playing the magic flute. I'm sure we've got the rights to it. On
the right day, I can sing it, but it will not sound good today.
I can sing it 2 octaves down, but I don't think that's the point.
Which conveniently is where we're going to get to, folks. I haven't been to the opera enough to be able to go. This is where this aria is coming in the grand scheme of things. It's later in the opera. I know Xavier has not arrived yet, and this music starts building. I
think I will look around, see if I can see him, because as well as being his whatever, I am first and foremost his employee, which is totally fine, and very keen to do my very best job, because I have a vested interest in promotion and getting off this pit of a planet. So I do want to see if I can find him and assist.
Are you going to leave?
That face is a study.
It's fine. Everything's fine.
Everything is awful.
There's a nice man turning up in the next scene. I promise.
Don't know about leaving because, like, Cassie is very aware that there is a whole, like, spider's web of social interaction that she does not know about, and walking out and leaving very important business associate could be the worst mistake she's ever made. So I think she's going to really keep her eyes open and be like looking and listening for him, and occasionally like politely smiling at Benjamin to see if he is giving, like, you should go and look for him vibes, but she's not going to take the initiative to walk out in case she really puts her foot in it.
Fair. you're sort of like you're looking around. You're sort of like keeping an eye. You do see as you're looking around, being like, okay, yeah, I'm taking it in. The curtain behind this block is moved, and you look, and it's the young woman from earlier, who sort of like looks at you, and then goes, like starts gesturing, like, come.
I'll head over and. Is it Xavier? Does he need me? Is everything okay?
Fuck, okay, I shouldn't do. You need to leave. You need to leave, like, now.
Why?
I like you. You seem nice. Something's going to happen. You need to go.
I'm going to go back to Benjamin and be like, Benjamin, we need to go. Something's wrong. We need to find Xavier.
She tries to sort of like grab for you, you know.
This young lady says that something's wrong and we need to go.
What's wrong? No, not you.
All whispered because the opera, you cannot talk.
Yeah.
So all very whispered.
You do hear so shh, like that, like she's like, okay, shh, not him. You need to. She's like gesturing to you. You need to leave. And he's like,
wait, Benjamin, we need to leave.
No, not him. She looks at her watch and goes, fine, him too. You both turn and start following her. She's like starts walking, sort of like hurrying, and like pushes open a sort of a side door, basically going down the fire exit. As it sort of opens, someone turns around and goes, "Oh, right. What's he doing here?" And I don't know. And she goes, shit. Turns around, stabs him in the chest. He's like, she like goes, looks and goes, didn't want to do this. The thing you need to, boom. There is the sound of an explosion from inside of the. Benjamin falls to his knees and is like, oh, goodness. You've stabbed me. The man on the thing goes, oh, for God's sake. Puts a gun, bang. Benjamin, huge form collapses. Turns the gun on you and it goes, oh, no witnesses. The woman blasts. And she's like, run as fast as you can. Yeah.
I'm running back in because people, Xavier, my job, my entire life's work of work promotion, make something of myself, get to leave, is all inside the building.
You rush back in. Fire. In the story that will come out later, someone planted a small explosive under the seat, trying to kill the governor's son on, while he was taking one of his associates to the opera for the very first time. And unfortunately, a member of the Janus constituency, the corporation, a good corporate business, gun smuggling, also murdered. It seems that the Ashen Knives, who have been making efforts, Xavier now, the Ashen Knights who have been making efforts in this, trying to overthrow the planet and trying to murder myself in the, no mention of you, murder me, and, it's unacceptable. We will do everything we can to bring these criminals to justice. That is the beginning of something for you. But you start investigating. You also probably have an interest in, cool, someone tried to kill me as well. Xavier appeared, not enough time to have been in the building, that he seems to have rushed back and been like, oh, that's shocking. Slight cards on the table. He wasn't at the Opera House that night. And when you are contacted by this young woman, again, points out, she's like, so they're blaming it on us. And hands a document taken by a runner, who was the Ashen Knives took out. Basically, once again, cards on the table. You weren't supposed to survive. Neither was Benjamin. Oh, it's really sad how the Ashen Knife killed like an up-and-coming, member of this group. You were fodder. You were supposed to be fodder. That was, and yeah, okay. No one actually liked Benjamin that much, but you started having gears moving. You can't definitively prove that Xavier put a hit out on himself. That's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. I would never do anything like that. And unfortunately, that is rather a pebble in the ripples that would ultimately result in, a couple of months later, a second assassination attempt, a failed assassination attempt, and the proverbial trigger being held by one angel.
Something Cassie will have wanted to find out for her own satisfaction, peace of mind, is obviously everything Xavier does is calculating and political interests come first. Did he ever like her at all, or was it all keep your enemies close?
What do you tell yourself in the deep, dark pit of space as we're travelling?
If you think the worst in the deep, dark pit of space on the run from lots of people, I think the worst is probably, for Angel at least, that he did like her and there was something genuine, and that didn't matter in the slightest. I think it being all a ploy is easier to stomach because someone's just evil and playing games. I think Angel would find it much harder to be like, no, there were feelings. You were nice. I appreciated you. I liked your company. There was a spark. You got in my way. I think that makes her feel sicker and worse.
It's business. You need to understand that. And if you can't understand that...
But...
I mean, as we watch as you are being escorted out of cuffs to be sent, and going, I understand, my dear, and once you've served your term, I'll be waiting. Come find me. Leans over, kiss on the cheek, turns, and everyone's like, did that man just kiss the prisoner? Go on.
Yeah, I'm 100% going to try and bite him if he
Absolutely.
does that.
Roll. This is going to change the image that you saw. Please roll skirmish or.
Oh, I have points in scrap. Scrap is my best thing.
Please roll scrap.
I have 3 points in scrap. Come on. Yes, one of them was a 6.
Yes.
Cool. Where do you bite him?
I mean, I want to say on the nose, but if he's leaning in.
He's leaning in.
I think lip. Let's get his bottom lip and pull.
There's a lot you can do with plastic surgery, and Xavier is able to grow a bit more of a beard and tries to look like a refined gentleman, but once an angry woman has ripped the bottom lip off your face, there's something ghoulish in just seeing those teeth. Beautiful teeth, wonderful dentures. I don't know why dentures. I guess maybe that's the thing. You've got to make the teeth look great, so sometimes you have to take the real ones out anyway. That's like the hollow newspaper of watching as this man falls back and you just have blood down your... It's very striking, and it's the talk. Yeah, I think as we were saying earlier, it's very attractive to have scars, and less attractive when someone bites your lip off. We leave it there. Bullfrog, what are you... I thought I'd make him the absolute worst, and now he's scarred. Bullfrog, bedtime. Any routines you're doing?
I'm having a lovely sleep.
You're just
cigar. Will I brush my teeth? I probably should brush my teeth.
Yeah, I think
sleep after that.
It's been also a very canonically you both had a heavy night of drinking before. I think you both got into this kind of hungover.
Got a fuzzy mouth.
Yeah, where you just have that. you have that moment of just like brush.
That creepiness on a spaceship whilst also hungover is...
Yeah.
Everything's moving and humming, and like the stabilizers that Echo had having gone, where everything's just like, I think possibly for Bullfrog is more comforting. It's that being used to like the roll of a ship and then just being like, you settle down. Just that very sensible sort of almost military, like, cool, hit the deck, get some sleep. You're straight out. You are sitting at a table. It's a casino. Well, I say a casino. It's like a back room area of above a. There's the smell of fried meat going on. It's sort of like, and it's late night, and you were able to sort of your money isn't necessarily good here, but they needed an extra person to come join the table. Can you how actually again? Do you just want to roll something to see how you're doing at cards?
Yeah, I'll roll a consort.
You don't have a problem. It's all fine.
If this is a flashback, can I push myself?
Yeah, you can.
I'll take 2 stress to push that 5 to a 6.
2 stress in the past.
Yeah. Past stress affecting my sleep now.
Well, again, this is all very worrying. Sort of like you've had an intense, and also like the adrenaline high. Like again, you went drinking, and it's like that was great, and now the adrenaline kicks in again. You're sitting around. Various players have sort of come and gone, and no one has been able to sort of keep up with you and the person, non-binary person sitting across the table from you, Mamba. Mamba has sort of, again, is sort of very dark-skinned, shaved head, a bit like yourself, wiry, of like that kind of thing, and again, you're wearing your glasses, so you can hide that. Just the kind of like, I don't.
Probably not wearing the glasses, the reflections.
She's like, Mamba's like, oh yeah. Mamba's like, oh yes, I see myself. Delightful. Mamba again, like, doesn't blink much, but that sort of like thing of like going, stony again.
Are they part snake? Okay.
Well, I mean, Benjamin wasn't a frog. Mamba's not a snake. You get all sorts of augmentations. The deck you put down. You look at your hand. You're doing well. I think it's safe to say. Oh, let's say you've got 3 of a kind currently. Not bad, but.
Not necessarily a guaranteed win, but it's still pretty rare.
But looks down, looks at him. I feel good about this. Puts more chips on the table.
What have I got left? How many draws have we got left?
Last draw.
And how many chips have I got left? I'm doing pretty well.
You're doing pretty well. Yeah, you kind of when you're looking at it and you're like, okay, this is backdoor gambling, like, yeah, you're gonna have to pay the house, but isn't that? My point being, yeah, you're doing pretty well.
I can match them at the very least. Yeah. I'll do so. I'll sort of clock eyes, not through my sunglasses. Sunglasses on the head. Yeah. Not show my cards. We'll clock eyes and just stare them down as I push some more chips forward. Little cheeky grin with the cigar.
Very bold. very bold. You consider yourself a brave person, player? Again, I don't think you've even exchanged names. I mean, you know, like, people on this asteroid planet know Mamba. You know, and I think you have. Again, don't want to speak out of turn here. I think you would make more effort to be like, cool, these are the movers and shakers running the game, rather than, you know,
Brave. I don't know. Is it about bravery, or is it about the fun of the chase?
Smallest smirk. Oh, you know, I myself enjoy a good chase now and again. It gets the blood pumping, does it not?
What you got at the dealer?
Turns it over. It's a nothing hand, you know. Turns it over. A member shows. It's you again. Where I was like, oh, Belatro, don't fail me now. You've won this hand. You know, the dealer takes their cut, pats it over. Amanda is like, Is that that's your ship on the pad as it is out there, sort of like
the lily pad. What about it?
It's a fine ship.
She is that.
Oh, don't do it.
Yeah.
She's not for sale.
No, not for sale. I'm not interested. How fast can she go?
She'll make the Kessel run in less than 12 parsecs.
That's very close to the black hole that goes through. Yeah, Kessel.
It's a distance. It's a measurement of measurement of space rather than time. But you know.
Yeah, I mean, they lean in. I'm aware of what the Kessel Run is. I myself have done the Kessel Run. Turns the camera. It's not just this thing you say because you're trying to impress like an old man and a weird kid on a planet. It actually makes sense. Don't drop your spice. No,
Don't drop your spice in spice.
Spice. I am rather. How would you be interested in a job, pilot?
Always. Depends what the job is, though.
I need to collect a certain item, and speed would be, well, beneficial. Mm-hmm. This thing is rather on a time limit.
Deal isn't again.
Okay.
Who do you run with, then? Or who are you looking to avoid? I should ask more likely. I mean, the hegemony, I'm assuming, is a given, but who else?
They look around. There's other people who are like, and you just sort of see Mamba's like, trot on. And they're like, yeah, okay, we'll go check out. So it's just that I think the dealer starts it, and Mamba's like, no. Me and my associate here, we're playing a game. You asked who I ran with. They lift up their sleeve, and on their skin there is a wolf, mouth open with a sun. I believe I've talked about this on a previous one. These are the Scarlet Wolves. These are
bounty hunters.
Mm-hmm.
And where do they stand politically against? I know I've done stuff for the Ashen Knives before.
The Scarlet Wolves, like, the Ashen Knives are involved. They've got their finger in most crime, especially sort of smuggling. They are contract killers, but have been known to be sort of, how to put this? you can't bribe a Scarlet Wolf. And you saying, hey, the chase, that's the fun of it. I'm even going to go, you're smart. You're like, you wouldn't definitively go, that is one of the Scarlet Wolves, but you were like, I think I know who I'm sitting at the table with.
Yeah.
So they sort of...
I don't kill. Just so we're clear.
That's fair. I wouldn't ask you to kill.
What's the run?
Looks at the dealer, who's like very slowly, like, this guy's going like, puts it, la la la, don't la la la, just, hey, get to the chips. You can fuck off now, okay? You know, all right, okay. Boring anyway.
We'll just sort of like, now the deck has been shuffled and we know there's the honesty of that.
Yeah.
We'll continue to like draw and flip as we're chatting.
You play a very sort of like, again, speedy game, and like the chips go back. I'm almost going to say like the game doesn't get discussed, that you're being like, you're like, it's like playing chess where you're like, yeah, that's moving, and it moves back with it. Mamba states that it is very much they need a pilot. Their previous pilot basically tried to turn them over to the authorities. That pilot is not a problem anymore. Unfortunately, that process also took the ship out of action. They need someone to... I think as sort of like, as you know, sort of like hands are back and forth, Mamba basically goes, there is a rogue member of the Guild of Engineers tied up in a crate down on the docks. The speed was mostly how long they can last in that crate. Are we going to drop them off? If you're willing, I would give you a cut of the bounty, and we can see where we go from there.
If I don't make it in time, the person in that crate's not going to make it either.
Pretty much. Consider it a test.
I don't kill.
No. Because you're one of the best pilots in the universe, correct?
I don't traffic in people either.
Is that a no, then, Bullfrog?
I'm gonna make a luck roll. I thank you kindly for your offer and your consideration. I'm not sure I can help you with this one. Goods and or services? Give me a call.
Not.
I can avoid people, for sure. But I don't fuck with people as the cargo.
Good for you, pilot. Good game. Firm. Tattoos all over. I said, like, incredibly dark skin, so like light tattoo. And Mamba sort of acknowledges, turns, collects their winnings. It's pretty even. It's also really not worth pointing out that you never gave your call sign to this person. And that started, and again, it's really sort of hard. And I know you're asleep, so it's like, is your brain sort of like, it's like the chemicals in your brain, like trying to piece stuff together as you're trying to sleep. Your luck turned after that, not only in cards, but also just generally, until one day it ran out hard, real hard, and the leapfrog was seized.
Lily pad, please.
The leapfrog is not a thing. The lily pad. The lily pad was seized, was taken away, supposedly impounded, and you were placed in prison for... It's weird why, when they opened those crates, there were bodies in there. Yeah. But that's the story of how the lily pad was taken from you. We'll come back to another day. And enough to say that it's always nice to know my players have got two. There's entities out there who aren't particularly impressed with either of you. We now arrive, having had the flashback episode, a couple of days later, as the Echo pulls its way into... in front of you both, there is a large metallic gate, just humming with energy. And to the side, there is a sort of like, a bit like with the Echo runners, like a collection of ships bound together to make a small flotilla / rest stop. And I realise we're going to go slightly. Of course, we're going to go slightly over. This is the final episode, and I said to my lovely crew here, I'm like, you can have a bit of downtime. Suffice to say, and thumb slightly on the scale now, everything you could do to make sure you get through this gate has kind of been done. That you do arrive, you get hailed by the security, who acknowledge and say, okay, yes, where exactly is you're trying to head to?
We're hopping on over to Ren.
Oh, Ren, okay. Yes. Okay, your passes, your transponder seems up to date. We're just going to... You hear chink as the toll is taken. Okay, you probably could start heading through the gate in about a couple of hours. Yeah, be precise. Brian, be precise. 2 hours. Thank you for participating and for keeping peace. We wish you a very successful journey and enjoyment on whatever. Just like goes. I'm sorry. It's been a long night. Enjoy your time on the station. And fair travels.
Hey, hope you get some kip.
All of it in French.
Yeah, maybe. Yes, it's been translated. You say, I hope you get some kip, and you just hear. Oh, a very boof kind of response from this guard. Yes, you have a bit of downtime before we head into the vast unknown.
We should ship Rick off to find a doctor.
Mm-hmm.
That's not a flashy seahorse.
How dare you? Dr. Seahorse is the best in the business.
He is, but currently on paternity leave, so we need to find a replacement.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't think any replacement's going to sing the song as well as he does, though.
Dr. Seahorse.
Record yourself and just leave it on Rick's pillow to aid recovery.
Oh, no, I couldn't possibly do it. It sounds nothing like me.
Mm-hmm.
You, on the other hand, uncanny. Anyway, yeah, let's... I'm assuming Rig, by the way, for the last couple of days has been like, every time we've kind of knocked on the door, been like, have you rested enough yet? Has just been like, blue screened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think when you brought food, has sort of got up, eaten it, and then sort of looked at you with the amber eyes, and then just lain back down, and yeah, looks like he hasn't moved. Dr. Seahorse held tight to his chest.
I love the idea that we're Weekend at Bernie's-ing Josh's character.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Come on, Rick. Let's take you to the doctor.
Is this what you're going to... Your first thing, you're going to try and get Rick checked out?
Yeah, I think so.
You come on, you sort of... Again, this is an official waypoint, the gate. There are various people in military uniform sort of gate guards mostly. You sort of you say, and then looks and goes in French. Oh, it looks like this young fellow's been through the wars. You're looking. I mean, another bar or doctor? Which one do you need?
Doctor then bar.
Convenient. If you head up the stairs, you can talk to Dr. Galen, and then there's a bar across from there.
Ideal.
Okay.
They know what they need. You walk in. There is a man, probably like in his late 30s, early 40s, tweed, glasses, sensible haircut. Goes, right. Good. Hold on. Don't, for goodness sake, don't pull it out. And you just hear someone go, He's like, you don't pull a knife out. Yes, sorry. Looks over his glasses. Yes, how can I be of assistance? Oh.
Got a kid, some messed with the electrics.
Right. Fried. Terrible. Hold on. Puts it in and it's like, all right. Hold on, let me... Very strange. So you think... how powerful electrics are we talking about here?
The ship's mains.
Oh, right, bugger. Okay. Hello, young... sorry, what's the young man's name?
What a great question. Do we want to give his call sign or his... Jack?
Hello, Jack. Jack, well, the lights are on, but it doesn't seem that anyone's quite... How long has he been like this?
Couple of days.
Right, and slept?
Mm-hmm.
Hydrated?
Yep.
Interesting. Very, very interesting. Never quite seen... Right,
I thought you were gonna say, like, has he pooped as well?
Nat,
I thought that's where we were going.
Nat, I came so close. That sigh was me just, like...
I don't know what it is, though. It's like, in answer to that, Bullfrog will look at little Sal, and little Sal's just like...
Oh, no.
No.
Oh, poor little Sal. Galen says, right, yes, right, I'm assuming he doesn't have insurance. No one has insurance. You don't, neither of you work for, I mean, Angel, you once had insurance. It was great.
I used to have great insurance.
Yeah.
What kind of insurance are you talking about, Doc?
Well, obviously to... Looks over at the man who's pulled the knife out, and he's like, okay, just to go... I've got, of course, ferment of science, rubs his fingers together.
Mm-hmm.
What's the going rate?
For this, 50 credits.
For a very expendable crew member.
Well, if he's expendable, you don't happen to have any whiskey on your ship?
I, canonically, it's in italics on my loadout, have drugs. I have, in italics, illicit drugs.
Same.
Are you both offering this man drugs?
Made this moonshine in the bath myself.
That gives a strong impression that you were also in the bath.
I mean,
maybe we don't clarify for this guy that she wasn't.
Goes over, gets like a syringe. God damn. Whew. Offers his hand. Do you pass the bottle over?
I deal with the kid first before you have any more of that.
Okay, Jack. Follow my finger. As another syringe comes down, and just adrenaline straight in, and you just watch Rick go, oh! Ow.
Hey, Jack. Good to see you sitting up.
That was a bad accident you had.
Yes. I am sorry. I won't do it again.
Great work. Thanks, Doc.
Wait, he's still got his omnital fused to his skin.
Oh, that's true.
Can you, if you just give that a little rip, and I'll give you these.
I mean, who am I to say no to Jet? As he just scabber. No, I need that. Sorry, young man. As he just.
Give him anesthesia, surely.
That's him, the moonshine.
Yeah. Congratulations, kid. Down. Rick's like, well, that's really. as we watch as the scalp.
Rick's poor heart, having adrenaline and then immediately a lot of alcohol is...
And pain.
This kid is going to have a heart attack.
Oh, absolutely. The boy's going into anaphylactic shock in 5... Hold on. Ow, stop stabbing me! Ow, ouch. All right. So that's check that off. Jack managed not to have a heart attack. Well done. And thank you for your payment. Yes, any other issues that you're worried about at the moment? Feel free to help yourself to condoms on the way out, safe space, etc., etc. Anything else?
Oh, I have a question.
Yes.
I have a friend who has been taking medication, but is looking for a cheaper option, but has... heard that some very common medications are commonly confused with poisons, or if you take too much are poisonous. And I just wondered if you could give me a heads up of some really common medication that is poisonous in certain conditions, so I can pass that on to her to avoid.
Yes, absolutely. There are various things that are rather you can't spot. I'll tell you what. I here you go. Hands over a pamphlet. Which lists side effects of common medication.
Beautiful.
Yeah. There you go. Hope that's... Did rather worry that you were threatening to poison me there, but no, you're just worried about your friend, eh?
Absolutely. If I wanted to hurt you, there are much faster ways of doing it.
Oh, I'm aware. I'm a backdoor doctor on a small chat. Yes, but thank you very much for the alcohol. Thank you very much for the medication. And Jack, you probably want to hold on. Gets out like the spray, puts it on the buns. That should probably help with the healing. Yes. Well, thank you very much for coming in to check in with the doctor. And I probably need to go check on the man who's bleeding out in the corner.
You do that.
Thank you very much. And Dr. Galen is left to do his very, very legal business. Right, you two, anything else you'd like to do? Is it just go to the bar?
This might be a backstitch or a forward, because bar now feels good, but at some point in this downtime, I want to try and crack the safe. It's been there. It's been hovering for a long time, and I want it.
We will let you do the safe as you're travelling. So that'll probably be one of the things as you're going through the gate. We'll probably come to the end on that.
Gorgeous.
I think, again, this is possibly a flashback, but at some point while we were heading over here, we'll have got back in touch with Cerberus. Probably after the sort of the dream flashback moment that we had. Hey, Cerberus, hope your hunt for the people who killed your guy is going well. I just had a thought about how you might be able to cash in that favor you said you owed me. If you ever hear word on the on the ripples about the whereabouts of the lily pad. You'll let me know, huh?
Put out. You get it. You get like acknowledged. Mm-hmm. You wonder if maybe Cerberus is just a bit like got it, or necessarily isn't in a position to talk right now, but is enough to be like, yeah, you kind of you've laid your cards. It's in the system.
That's fine. That's the only thing I wanted to do. So otherwise would be in the bar. If anyone's playing cards, fabulous. If not, no biggie. We're only here for 2 hours. Well, probably an hour after the infirmary hijinks.
Roll consort.
Oh no, terrible. 2.
You.
Please, anyone, cards? Cards? You look like you've got a gaming face. No.
We do not play cards here. No.
Oh, I see. There's games going, just not for strangers who are here short term. Ass.
You're not sure if he calls you a rude word or not, you know? No one wants to play with you, Bullfrog.
No one wants to play with me.
Oh, Barbie.
Let's head out of here, Angel. This place sucks.
I mean, I could possibly have another drink if it's going.
You, kid, are getting back to the ship.
Okay.
Back to your secure bed.
All right. I had a bed. That's great. Lucky me.
Yeah, we got a lot to talk about, but you focus on healing that arm.
And head. And eyes.
And nose and mouth and ears.
Okay.
as you both carry, you watch as the echo is being prepared. The security is like, right, yes, Echo, Captain. No, it doesn't seem to be on the paperwork.
Angel?
Captain Angel. Congratulations. If you sign here.
Yep, and I scroll something that does not look like Angel.
Your prints on the paper, you know, that's here. Okay, as we said, good luck. Enjoy your time out there. Thank you for not starting any fights while you're here.
Pleasure.
The three of you clamber inside the Echo. Bullfrog, she's humming beautifully. Did you pay for a refuel?
Yes.
Cool. That's taken out of your credits out. Ship's refueled. All seems well. Angel, as the ship begins traveling into the warp, and you all feel okay. We're building. Angel, you are currently in your room. There is a safe in front of you.
I have two plans. Plan A, if he doesn't seem like the brightest and has probably left the code somewhere. I have done a fair amount of cleaning and sorting and making it mine in the previous downtime. So I am hoping that I can keep looking and find his note. Plan B is to hit the safe with knives and jimmy it until it opens.
A good plan.
A solid plan. Please roll for I'm looking for the password.
What can I argue that this is? I don't want it to be a study, but it might have to be.
It might have to be a study, yeah.
Can I sway with the room? Can I argue for skulk? I am doing sort of roguey, turning a room over things.
I'll let you skulk.
Would you have shared this information with Bullfrog? Who's Bulldog?
Bulldog!
Would you have shared it with Bulldog?
Would I? Yes, at this point, yes. Pre-discovering, I think once you were like, you're the captain, you decide what's going on, with Echo. So, okay, cool. There is no power struggle. We just both want what's best. And Angel doesn't really care about material stuff, so would split what was there with you.
Yeah, I mean, we're both running pretty swish with the winnings from the race. In that case, can I help?
Yeah, you can.
So that gets me another one.
Yeah, 2 stress from Bullfrog and add an extra
Thank
d6.
you, Bullfrog. Oh, thank you for the help, because that was a 1 and a 3, but then a 5.
You both have like a moment of like going, all right, okay, let's have a look. Okay, that's there. The vent. I think I'll let Angel be the one, but I think Bullfrog's like, vent. Angel shifts the chair, gets up.
I'll piggyback on Bullfrog.
Yeah, there.
You find you sort of like clamber in. It's a sci-fi vent, so it's big enough for you to sort of like and find the wooden box that's in there. As you pull it out, inside there is a revolver. And again, not a sci-fi. Like it's a Smith and Wesson style revolver. 6 bullets in the chamber. And a series of notes that you look. It is, again, just like you've looked around, you probably find Ruskin Brown's diary. It's not Ruskin Brown's hand. It's curvy. It's good handwriting. I'd go so far as to say it's almost academical. You start looking through this woman you now assume called Mandalay, whose ship this was, and describes in short, sort of like going, I'm putting together a paper, especially when it comes to finding ancient artifacts. More of that information and the item in the safe. You're like, cool. Where's the number? She says, of course the number is, my birthday. And you're like, thanks so much. So you've got this information.
Bullfrog.
Yeah.
If you go into the ship's programming, does it have anything, for example, like a...
Was Echo programmed to do a little happy birthday song?
If you live by yourself in space or madcap adventures, no one else to sing you happy birthday but your ship.
I mean, Echo was removed, but the actual... I don't know, maybe she's got a calendar in here. Beep boop.
Toot toot.
27th of June. Happy birthday to me. Travelling, scrolling.
What year? How old is she?
I'll try 2706.
You do also have another thing, which I'll give you, because we're getting to the end. You also have the Bounty Hunter's dossier, which you're able to cross. So you're like, cool. She is a sprightly 36 years old. As you're like, dee. And as the ship pops its way like a cork outside into the Rin system as we approach, we're just going for Warren. It's its birthday. As you open the safe, and inside it's quite a large safe, which is fortunate because there is a body in there, a metallic body.
Metallic body?
Mm-hmm. A skeleton. It looks like humanoid, rather not unlike what like a Terminator or a Cylon would look like.
Just shut the door.
And the hand pushes over and steps up and looks at you and goes, I think you left me behind, crewmates. good to see you again. So, on that note, thank you everyone for joining us for this, possibly this last episode of Season 1 of Scum Villainy Echo. Thank you very much to my players. You've been a delight, a pleasure. You have released so many emojis and given me so much shock. And
I like it.
Really gently, you're like, I don't want this.
Thank you. Let's put it back.
Like you tried to do, where you just look, folks. If we don't get a season 2, they just close the safe and lock it again. And Echo's just like, excuse me, you're being very rude. And you're like, room's haunted, can't be in. Nope, bad. Thank you so much for joining us. If you do enjoy these kind of games, good on you. But we play Dungeons and Dragons, and we play it at 6 p.m. on UK time over at twitch.tv/RollTogetherRPG. If you missed those episodes
on Mondays.
On Mondays. No, every single night. What's time and space? When's birthdays?
Wibbly wobbly.
Wibbly wobbly. Anyway,
That's what time and space are.
other games. If you enjoy this, go to our social media, Roll Together RPG on all social medias, including Data Captain, a new dating site that I just discovered for people who want to date sea captains. Am I on there? I won't ever tell. Big thank you to the D20 Club on our Patreon, our Dice Heads. You are amazing. For one of your local currency or one cyber goat, you can support shows like this. Big thank you to...
They're facing the other way.
They've turned around. They're going back.
Captain Date is a real thing.
Yeah. I wouldn't lie
We need
to
to
you.
get into this in the talk together.
Yeah, which we'll be going into.
If you're on the higher tier of Patreon, stick around, because we will get into this.
Yes. Once again, thank you to my players, and also thank you to Josh and to Evey for good luck, Josh. you got a bit drunk and you got a bit electrocuted. Yes, I'm gonna let us go, and we're gonna discuss some sea captains. But as we like to say at the end of every episode, zoom zoom, broom broom, toot toot. Take care, y'all.